Elf, the man, myth, the legend, Difta, and Owen. And we got Ronks, Fallen, and Beach Pilot on Mechanical Menaces. And both these teams have been extremely strong, and Slippery Skyline just squeaking by to get to the upper bracket by just the slightest amount, but they really earned that title, and we're going to see who's going to be knocked down to the lower bracket right here off the bat. You've casted some before, yes?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, want to give it a go?
Well, I was just about to say it looked like they were settling in, trying to set something up, kind of a little bit of ping pong, feeling out the rotation of the enemy team, and Fallen finds back to the net. Mechanical Menaces with the first goal of the series.
Yeah, nice job by them ripping apart the defense on Slippery Skyline, but it's a little bit of an error there, and all that almost rolls in, going off of the bar and post, but Slippery Skyline gets away with that one, keeping it at one, and Zen's gonna get a pass right to him. Where's third man? Owen rotates back, and that's just a tie game. We have no blowout for game one going into this, and we're gonna have an exciting series.
Yes, sir. This is the opening match for these two teams in the major, and I'd hate to see a blowout either way. I'd love to see it go to game 5. Let's see. Beach Pilot misses touch off the wall. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault.
No worries.
Yeah, a little bit of triple commit there. One of them dropping down, trying to go front or back post. I cannot necessarily remember. Here comes Owen, though. Trying to put it central, and it's met by two defenders who team bump, but it's all the way down the other end. Zen getting free touch out and making it back to it. Keeping into the corner, and now it's central, and Beach Pilot just gets it across to a teammate, but it's a little dangerous still. But no shot comes through.
It looks like we've got Mechanical Menaces stuck on their defensive half for a little bit. It looks like Slippery Skyline is trying to bang it off the backboard and have them double commit. And it just looks like they couldn't get a shot to fall. Fallen sneaks in, left side of the net. Second goal for Mechanical Menaces, both of them by Fallen.
Owen just can't really get control of it.
Yeah.
And Vaughn might have gotten a little bit of a bump there, and Difta just should have had that, but just gets a little behind him, and that's just unfortunately in. And we see a lead from Mechanical Menaces once again. And we still got over half the time left on the clock. Still plenty of time, and we're getting some sparks on both ends, but there's only a single shot from Slippery Skyline. We need some more offensive chances generated here. But they have to make the first step, get out of their own half.
Beach Pilot with the interception almost gets a shot on net. And it looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication going both ways. I've seen a lot of double and even triple commits this series.
Just the nerves.
Yeah.
First game of the major.
First major of the
Settlement.
season.
Yeah. First major ever, in fact. We
Really?
did have the entire, yeah.
Okay.
We had a season, we had 7 qualifier games, and then we went right into playoffs.
Gotcha.
Oh, wrong scoring there. Cutting me off real quick. We'll get back to that topic, but here he goes. Their star player, the grand champ of the team, I believe. Getting his first goal of the series, and putting them up by 2 at halftime. But as I was saying, yeah, we had 7 qualifiers against all the teams, and then we went into playoff rounds because it was a shorter season. We're still getting things regulated, less teams, but it was still an exciting one. We recorded a few games. We have it on the channel. If you haven't already subscribed on YouTube, please. We need some followers up there. And, nice to get some support. But yeah, we had some semifinals and grand finals. Semifinals, #1 seed getting knocked out by the bottom seed. And then my own team, Ice Titans, making it to the end with Avenged, Bad Companies, who's not playing this season, and myself, getting an MVP for the playoffs. And now we're going to see who's going to take the first major. Still can't take away that Ice Titans are reigning champions, even though I don't have my original team, and the format has completely changed.
Sure. Yeah, I
Still
wasn't.
very exciting.
I wasn't a member last season, so I didn't know just how much the Champions League has changed since last season. I know there's been a lot of roster changes.
Quality.
You mentioned Avenge being on your team, Ice Titans last season. He's actually on mine, Boost Steelers, this season.
Avenge was a very strong player.
Yes, sir. And he's only gotten better. Let's see. Fallen with pass over to Ronks. Trying to find all three of them getting involved in the play. Let's see.
Last season production quality was lower, and we had lower ranks overall, but we still had lots of upsets in team plays, especially from Bad Companies and Avenge. They were an amazing duo, but the playoffs, and by that point I got a lot better. I was warmed up earlier from having my own grand finals at school, so even though I lost that, we were really hyped with everything going on. Made it past semifinals for the first time as a team. So, just getting some warm-ups and everything, having some fun with the game. If you're not having fun, you're not going to play well.
Sure.
That's how I've learned. And we're going to see Mechanical Menaces up 2. We aren't going to see much of a chance left from Slippery Skyline unless we got something on tank, but Fallen puts that through off the backboard read, and third man just can't get to it because he went for boost.
Sure, and that's going to be the third goal from Fallen. He's coming out pistols firing in this first round of the majors.
And he's really feeling it. And as the host of this all, he really wants to represent and especially get the first major win since he got the first playoffs taken away from him by yours truly. He's really angry about that.
That
Still holds a grudge against me.
May be a target painted on your back coming into this season, even with the new team.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. Even though we're bros, when we get on the field, we're juking it out, man. But yeah, first game goes to Mechanical Menaces, and we're expecting more of a tight series. It wasn't a blowout, but it was definitely Fallen popping off. Some days he can, but last season, he was known for always slamming the bar, getting tons of shots and just slamming the bar over and over. So, if his shooting's improved and as deadly as we hope it's become, then you might see him just lead in charge through to all the way through the upper bracket. But we gotta start here, and Slippery Skyline is not going to give up that easily.
Yes, sir, and you mentioned just maybe a little bit difference in returning players, their skill level. It seems like everyone has improved as far as skill goes, and also, I mean, everyone in the early ranks, you're learning to just hit the ball as hard as you can, and that's about it. But then you get into Champ and Grand Champ, you're trying to control offensive, defensive possessions. Ronks puts one on target, going to be taken by Dipta though.
Good shot coming out. Fallen collects that. He'll play his own, but it gets cleared all the way back down by Zen, and I take it away from Ronks. As you were talking about last season and how everyone's improved since then, of course, lower ranks in passing plays really broke teams apart, which is how my team broke through in the finals. But also, you're right, it's about banging across, not mechanical as much, but now we're seeing the passing play tactics come back in, and now everyone is looking like a grand finalist from last season if you look at the skill difference, just kind of like how the original Rocket League season started out, because things weren't so mechanical but more rotational, and now we're improving at, I believe, a similar rate, going in first season looking like the season 1 pros, and now maybe getting to season 2 now.
Sure, and just to speak to those passing plays, you know, defensively, we've got some teams that are closing passing lanes very well. I just came off a series with commitment issues, and they took us down. It's our first loss of the season as Boost Steelers, and they closed all the passing lanes, and we couldn't really offensively get much going. As Ronks gets a touch high off the sidewall, might have another one. Doesn't quite center it. Beach Pilot. Fallen off the back wall. Can Beach Pilot get to it? He can't. Owen's going to get a clear out to midfield. But it seems like Mechanical Menaces is just staying on offense, keeping the pressure up. What do you think? What do you think Slippery Skyline's going to have to do to break this streak?
Well, you don't want to push too hard because Mechanical Menaces definitely has a lot of opportunities, tons of shots, but you need more clears off back wall and try to find the follow-up, going out maybe early when the clear starts to get red. But I don't have too much else of a plan here. There's no very obvious errors, but there aren't any shots from Slippery Skyline, so something has to change.
Sure, and one thing I've noticed with the interface, I'm not seeing a tick for Mechanical Menaces taking that first victory. This is game 2 of the series, and Mechanical Menaces won that first game. I'm not sure why the tracker in the top of the screen isn't accurate.
Yeah, that's weird. It is weird. I'll have to... Okay, maybe it's because of the map change and you accidentally restarted the entire series?
I'd like to say it's not. I've cast it a few times and swapped maps before, and it hasn't ever lost track of victories. But just to update anyone, maybe you're just joining in, Mechanical Menaces took the victory in that first game, and they are on the blue side with Slippery Skyline on the opposing orange side.
Ooh, Zen going for a solo play. He can't get to the reset and tries to fake out on the bottom, but nothing really gets through for him. Here comes Beach Pilot, screaming to Difta. It just puts it right back out to Ronx, who's the most dangerous player on the field, I believe. Play Central going for a demo, and it passes right to Fallen. And what a slam in. You can't leave that much space for him or he's going to capitalize.
And that's the thing, is we've got, you know, a few GCs in the league, and they're not always going to be the highest scorer and the highest, you know, the most scoring offensive player, but they are really going to open up the field and pick apart defenses. And Bronx did just that right there, set up Fallen with a beautiful shot, and another one by Fallen Realms. He has, I believe, 5 of their 6 goals this series.
5 goals. 5 goals this series. He is absolutely charging the victory. He really wants it. Rotating well. Bronx picking everybody apart. Beach Pilot making sure to stay back a little more so that they won't get cut off. Bronx, yeah, you're right. Like, think about it more like chess. When you get to the higher levels, it's more about the openings, more about picking people apart with interesting moves and threatening as many things as possible with a single move. And that's what Mechanical Menaces have been doing, and Bronx being more so the brains rather than the biceps, you could say.
Mechanical Menaces with another offensive push here. Can Slippery Skyline fend them off? It looks like it may be on target. Difta can't quite get it in.
Oh.
Fallen with another offensive charge. Can he get it? A flick. Nobody on Mechanical Menaces there to put it on net, but...
Oh! Oh! Bronx almost getting a ceiling pitch goal. That
he almost found the net there. And it looks like that is going to be Mechanical Menaces. The screen is not accurate. It is 2-0. Let me see. Maybe it is something I did, changing over maps. Let's see here. Game 3. If I remember correctly, that's going to be DFH. Let me check. It is DFH. So talk to me, 23. What do you think you're going to need to see from Slippery Skyline to turn some momentum their direction against Mechanical Menaces?
We've been seeing relatively simple Rocket League. Mechanical Menaces having some deadly shots, especially Fallen. But I feel like Slippery Skyline, if they want to start getting more shots and realizing they got to start playing risky. I need someone there to meet the clear, which there rarely is, and they keep getting boosted up. They need someone to push out more after a commitment, and also disrupt midfield a little more. Even though there haven't been too many centers We just need to see some action, like pushing a little further up, but not having all three go up, because then that would be a little bit difficult. But third man stay more back to push more first, especially. But that would be what I would say to do in that moment. Then I would just hit the replays, run through the film if they don't make it through this. But they can.
Sure.
They have some very strong players. Now we have game 3 underway. Mechanical Menaces looking to sweep Slippery Skyline. Did not expect that.
I honestly didn't either. But that being said, we could very easily see a change in momentum and Slippery Skyline come out firing.
For those joining in just now, if you have missed the beginning of the series, there are 2 wins on the board. Mechanical Menaces winning both of those. So it's just a little bit of an error, but Zen's trying to change the story. He brings Slippery Skyline to their first lead of the entire series. What a fake that was. And 32 seconds in, they have their lead, and congratulations to them.
Mechanical Menaces winning the second kickoff. Fallen with a good dunk to keep it on their offensive side. Ooh. Beach Pilot boosting the tank. Can he get a good pass to Ronks? Just a bit outside. It's just looking like more of the same. Heavy offensive pressure from Mechanical Menaces. Even though Slippery Skyline got the first goal in this game. I spoke too soon. That has to be a bit of the caster's curse. Slippery Skyline not getting a lot of offensive possession, but they're being more efficient whenever they get the chance. As Dipta has a great dunk on Fallen to get that second goal of game 3.
There was a whiff on the play in the back and made it central and very dangerous and slow, and there was no clear really to come out, and it was just central and bounced. And perfect. And now we have Slippery Skyline up 2. He might start the first step of a reverse sweep. They're having some pressure. Third man isn't there. It looks more like Mechanical Menaces changed their play style than Slippery Skyline themselves.
It kind of does. Kind of does, and that's kind of a case of I don't know why you try to fix something that's not broken. They easily took the first 2 games, and they're struggling in this game 3.
Maybe it's some nerves. Maybe it's more so they're predicting what Slippery Skyline is going to change, but maybe Skyline just said, all right, we'll run it back, see what happens if they are playing more coach-like style, but that's a little bit dangerous, and then just gets it by.
I can't help but wonder if Fallen has the Optic Gaming decal as a nod to me, as my favorite player Ruddles was on Optic. I don't know if you paid much attention to our LCS lately, but Optic as a Rocket League organization got disbanded. And it leaves Magic Bear and Ruddles still teaming up, looking for a new organization. AJ is going to go find his own team. So good luck to all of them. But back to Champions League. We really need to see something offensively here from Mechanical Menaces. It looks like they are out of sync, not communicating well. It doesn't look like a lot of their touches forward, while they're getting a lot of forward aggression, doesn't have really anything coming from it. As I spoke too soon, you know what? Caster's Curse, I'm just in the dictionary. If you look it up, it's going to be my face.
Yeah, we need a Caster's Curse moments compilation, because the very first week, we had like at least 5 in a single series.
Sure.
Fallen.
I think I was watching one of them, yeah.
We just need a compilation of those. It's really fun to see. But still, on the way, it can be an easy comeback from Mechanical Menaces because they have really high score chance, and that goes off of both bars and in. As I'm saying that, and the comeback is here.
It is, and that Ronks with a great setup, and Beach Pilot coming in, dunking for that goal. It is a tied ball game here in Game 3. Again, for those of you maybe just joining us, this is actually Game 3. Mechanical Menaces has taken the first 2, and we're all tied up here in Game 3 currently.
Yes, Slippery Skyline has to make a reverse sweep. It was looking like it, but Rog's showing why he's a higher rank than everyone else on the field. What a shot by him. Ripping apart the defense. No one up on the back wall, so he can easily touch it there. Get a nice clean double tap with a very nice setup. Not too quick to get to. And now, scoreline is up 3 goals in a row. 4!
It is 4-2. They are feeling it right now. Seems like they cannot miss.
99 seconds to go.
That is a crazy angle, still getting it to go in from Beast Pilot in that top right corner.
Yeah. Mechanical Menaces looking to close out the series with a sweep in the first major of this entire league. Don't forget about the lower major, because whoever gets knocked out early in the upper major still will have less points than the finalists of the lower major. But now, as I'm talking, Difta trying to bring it back and keep his team alive.
This is their last chance if they're going to stay on that winning side of the major bracket.
Yeah, but they're hungry for it. They have the highest scoreline of the series. I think both teams. No, I think Mechanical Menaces has a 5-goal game once. Yes, first game.
I believe so.
Could be wrong.
As
They're gonna make it 5.
Rock says why
they're
not?
Gonna make it 5.
One for the road, maybe.
If Mechanical Menaces, I mean not Mechanical Menaces, if Slippery Skyline is looking at the scoreboard, Owen's only got 6 points. I think it might just be unfortunate positioning or nerves getting to him, but we need to see more of him, especially. Because even though he's not a star player, we need all players involved on the field.
Absolutely.
I feel like, even though points typically doesn't matter, 6 points is only 3 touches. So, 3 touches in a span of 4 minutes, we need to see something out of him. It cuts him off. We got 40 seconds to go. Colin wants to end it. He's been popping off this series and has 6 goals, I believe.
It looks like the intention for Mechanical Menaces is just to keep it off their side, throw something on target, try to style a little bit as Ronks goes for a midfield musty.
It doesn't want this to end. It's got to rotate back a little bit. Ronks is there. No one's there to meet it. That ball's just hanging there, and I got to go full length of the field. I don't think that you can see an overtime whatsoever. It's going to be win for Mechanical Menaces in a sweep. As that shot hits the ground, it would have gone in the net. Mechanical Menaces in 3 games in a row.
Yeah,
I don't know if that spamming is toxicity, but